Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys how to make these chairs. They are awesome. They're super comfortable. We did make these chairs for under $50. This was a few months back. I know the price of wood has gone up, but they're super easy and you can do it yourself at home with not too many tools. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the step-by-step instructions on how to make these chairs and what tools and materials that you'll need. Okay, so the tools that you're going to need are 2-inch screws. We just got like a big pack of them. You're going to need a lot. I don't know the exact number, but as you can see in this picture, we got 2 packs of them and we basically used them all. So get a lot of 2-inch screws. You're also going to need a jig pocket hole kit, which also comes with the drill bit that you use. These are for making the holes in the backboards of the chairs. You're going to need a drill set, a tape measure, some clamps, a sander. You also want to have a level and a miter saw. Okay, so my husband did go through and measure everything, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fast forward this and I'm going to put on screen all of the measurements rather than me list them out. I think it would be just easier to have them all listed for you guys here. So I'm going to go ahead and list those with all the measurements and sizes that you will need for the boards. And then of course, first you're going to go ahead and sand down all your wood. You can go back and sand it down later, but it's much easier if you get it sanded the way you like it in this stage of the project. You want to get 80 grit sandpaper on, and you want to use those for the rougher boards like the legs, the backs, things like that. And then 220 grit for the arms and the back that you are sitting on. So the parts that are not actually touching you can do with the 80 grit, but anything that you're touching, you want to use the 220 grit for. All right, and then first step, we're going to go ahead and build the frame. Definitely use your clamps for this step. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and attach the legs to the frame. My husband went ahead and explained this, that you are going to offset the legs 1.5 inches from the front of the chair, and then you're going to set 1 feet and 1 inch from the bottom, or the ground, to the bottom of the seat frame. Make sure you use your clamps, and once you've double checked your measurements, go ahead and screw in the legs. This is a really important step because this is going to determine if the chair is balanced. You don't want to have that kind of wobbly feeling on the chair, so make sure your legs are even. And of course, like every other step, make sure you're drilling the holes before screwing. And then again, triple check your measurements. Okay, once you have all 4 legs, now it is time to attach the front brace piece. This you're going to place underneath the seat frame, attached to the 2 front legs. And make sure you clamp them down when you're screwing them in. Okay, next we're going to attach the side bracers. This is going to be 2.5 inches from the base of the frame. And then of course, drill your holes before you screw them in, like always. The braces are really important because they provide a lot of stability to the chair. Alright, now it's time to put the seat on. They will go flush with the back of the chair and will have overhang on the front. Also, you will have spaces in between each board. They will be 1 inch apart. Measure twice, and then 2 screws on each end of the board for security. These chairs have a little bit of sentimental value. They are my husband's grandfather's plans that he made for my mother-in-law when she was a little girl. He made her a little chair, and then my mother-in-law made chairs for her house that are outdoor chairs, and then we kind of got the plans from her. All right, and then now we're going to attach the brace in the back. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and attach the armrest to the top of the sides. Measure 7 centimeters in so that you'll have some of the wood that sticks out for a handrest. Also make sure it's flushed with the side posts. Okay, now time to attach the brace for the 2 arms. This is also the rest for where the backboards lean up against. So make sure that this piece is flush with the back so that when you attach the backboards, there will be a slight lean to them, which makes the chair much more comfortable, obviously. Make sure to use the clamps for this to hold them in place while you drill. Very important. All right, now time to make the jig holes into the backboard. This is using the jig pocket hole kit that I mentioned in the beginning. Connect it to the board at the bottom and make sure it's flush to the end of the board and use the inside hole. Use the drill that it comes with, the drill bit, and make the hole. Do this twice on each board. Repeat this for each backboard, which is a total of 3 boards. All right, now time to attach the backboards to the chair. First, attach the bottom via the jig holes. Use a drill bit to make sure the holes fit first, like always. Then attach the 2-inch screws. Then screw the backboards into the back brace. All right, and we went ahead and did apply some wood compound just to make this a flat, smooth surface. We ended up painting these chairs. You don't necessarily have to do this, but you know, it just makes it much more comfortable, and then there's not a place where water can build up, and it's just a smooth surface. All right, and then obviously you're going to sand it down, make it smooth, get any more imperfections out, and then you can go ahead and paint it. I use this Valspar semi-transparent all-weather. It's kind of like deck paint, and I really recommend it. It's easy to clean off. I've cleaned it with just multi-surface spray over and over, and it's been fine. Our deck is not covered, so these chairs do get rained on all the time, and they've held up really nicely. I will say I'm not crazy about the color. I kind of wish I would have went with something different, but I do like the way that they turned out. A couple of things that I would say if you're going to be doing this project, you don't necessarily have to use the measurements we went with. The chairs that we made are really, really comfortable, and I love the way that they turned out, but I will say that if you want a wider chair or a taller chair, you know, you can feel free to tweak the measurements. And then buy nicer wood. I mean, I know wood is kind of expensive right now, but you know, if you're going to invest in a good chair, buy a little bit nicer wood, especially for the arms and the back, the part that you're touching, and then the imperfect wood for like the legs or behind the chair that you don't really see, depending on how you like the wood. But those are just our recommendations if you're going to do this project. But like I said, everything turned out great. We loved it, and I hope you guys use these plans, and if you do, send me your picture, tag me on Instagram, email me the pictures. I'd love to see how they turned out. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.